Hi, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie, and for today's video, we are planning for 2024, planning for January in my digital planner. So I'm really excited about today's video because I have not been keeping up on my digital planning, which is why I haven't been making my plan with me's. But last year I was making plan with me's every single month until I think July. I kind of fell off from digital planning, so I want to get back into it. So I figured the new year is a perfect way to get back into digital planning. I love digital planning. I think it's so convenient. I think it's so fun, and I really enjoy the process of it. Honestly, does it make my life more organized? No, my life is still chaotic, but I do enjoy the process of kind of sitting down and seeing what my month is gonna look like. So the reason this video is a little bit late, so I tried to get it up a little bit earlier, but I was having some technical difficulties because I made my own digital planner this year, which is not something I've done before. So if you're not familiar, I made a planner for Disney trips, and that kind of inspired me to make my own digital planner. And the Virgo in me just wants my planner to be like perfect and exactly what I want, and I couldn't find one, so I made one. So that's why this video is a little bit late. I was having trouble getting my planner to be a smaller file size so that I could import it into GoodNotes, but I finally got it in and I am so ready to plan. But first, with these planning videos, I always like to make a coffee, do something, have a little fun drink. So I'm gonna make a latte and then we'll get into planning. I will show you kind of the ins and outs of my digital planner. If you're interested in purchasing it, I'll list it on Etsy for, I don't know, $10 or less. So if you're interested in a digital planner, definitely check that out. I'll put the link in the description, but let's make a little coffee so that we can be adequately caffeinated for this endeavor. I drink peppermint lattes year round, so I've got my peppermint latte. I started my diffuser with my favorite combination of essential oils, which is lavender and peppermint. It's perfect for if you're wanting to be productive, but also get like kind of a cozy vibe. So I feel like the lavender and the peppermint go really well together. So I have that going, and I'm really excited to get into the digital planner. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough of my planner if you're interested in buying it. That way you know how to use the hyperlinks and things like that. So I'll show you what it looks like. Starting off with the 2024 goals, I have a spot for all of your goals, your ins and outs, and your bucket list for 2024. And like I said, all of these months are hyperlinked, meaning you can click on the tab on the side and it brings you to that month. It is a little bit slow here, but I decreased the file size, so I fixed it before uploading it to Etsy, so you shouldn't have this problem. It's really nice that you can kind of tab over to any month that you want, and those tabs are on every single page. I also have these tabs at the top that will take you to the cover page, a tab that will take you to that month's vision board, and a tab that will take you to that month's monthly view. So really helpful for navigating through your planner, especially when these planners are like 80 pages long. You don't want to have to be scrolling all the way through to find what you need, so it's nice to have those hyperlinks. So I'm really excited about this planner. I love that it's mine. I made it exactly what I wanted it to be, so I'm really excited to get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do, because it's a new year, is I'm going to set some goals for 2024, and I'm also going to make a 2024 vision board, which will kind of help with the remainder of the planning for January. I feel like it's important to set your yearly goals so that you can then break it down by the month and kind of make a plan of attack of how you're gonna meet your goals. So that is something I am excited about. So on my planner, I have a spot for personal goals, health, professional, and finance. And then I also have a little, like, I got inspired by that trend on TikTok of like ins and outs for 2024. I have a spot to put some ins and outs and a bucket list of things that would just make this year like extra exceptionally good. So let's do some planning for 2024, write out all of my goals, and I'll also make a vision board, which I do by downloading pictures from Pinterest, and then I will share my vision board and my goals with you. Okay, I feel like the lighting is all over the place today because it's kind of a cloudy day, so it's getting like cloudy and sunny, so I apologize if the lighting is like bright, dark, bright, dark. But I am done setting my goals for 2024 and I think that they're really good. I don't like to push myself too hard on goals just because I'm one of those people, again, Virgo energy, who's really, really hard on themselves. And I don't like the idea of being disappointed if I don't meet them. I wanted to make sure they were things that were attainable. Here are my goals for 2024. For personal, I have less scrolling and more creating. I think we all can scroll a little bit less on TikTok and things like that. Honestly, TikTok is not good for my mental health. I don't even enjoy it. I feel like TikTok has not been it recently and I don't even enjoy what they've been putting on my For You page. So honestly, probably a good excuse to just stop using TikTok. But yeah, my goal is just less scrolling in general. Didn't set a specific time, but I just want to scroll less because I feel like when I scroll less, I actually get so much more out of my day. So more creating, whether it's creating stuff for YouTube. Like I love doing crafts. So like picking up a new hobby or something like that, but just less scrolling. I feel like it would make my life so much better. Another one is to be more present. Again, this is not something you can really measure, but I think it kind of goes with the previous goal of less scrolling. Another one is to be more proactive with hanging out with my friends because I tend to be kind of a homebody and I have some really awesome friends who I don't see enough. So I'm definitely gonna try to be better about reaching out. I know it's hard when you get older and everyone's busy, everyone's working, all of our schedules are different, but just kind of be more proactive about hanging out with my friends. Call family more. I live in a different state than literally anyone else in my family. All of my family lives in Chicago, all of Erin's family lives in Texas, and we're here in Colorado. So I would love to call my family more because I hardly ever get to see them. So I should probably be better about calling them on the phone and just kind of checking in, seeing how they are. And it would just be nice to do that. Be more consistent with my digital planning. So I kind of fell off of digital planning after we moved last year because I got so busy and I want to get back into it and do a plan with me every single month this year. So that's my goal, to do a plan with me every single month and make a plan with me video. So not starting off strong since this one is already going up like a week late, but that's okay. Better late than never. So for health, I have moved my body more consistently. So last year, I think I said every day, which was just not feasible last year. This time last year, I was working night shift. The only thing I could do between shifts was sleep, if that. So I think that just saying overall general move my body more consistently, whether it's just on the weekends or on my days off, just do more active things. Another thing I would love to do is go back to fitness classes. I kind of fell off from doing fitness classes during COVID, and fitness classes for me are probably the best option to get a decent workout. The reason being, I tend to be one of those people who, if I go to the gym, I hate working out. If I go to the gym, I'm just gonna quit after like 20 minutes, be like, well, better than nothing. So I definitely am one of those people who needs a fitness class to stick to a whole workout. So that is something that would be nice to get back into. I do know since we moved, my local rec center has some Zumba classes, which I would love to try out. So that's definitely on my goals for 2024. For professional, I have it split into my YouTube goals and my career goals. So for YouTube, I do have a subscriber goal this year. For 2023, my subscriber goal was 1,000 because I wanted to get monetized, and I met that in like March and got monetized on March 1st. So that was a really, really nice surprise. Well surpassed that goal. So this year we're aiming big and I'm gonna go for 6,000 subscribers. I think it's doable. I think if I'm consistent this year, it can definitely happen, but it also feels like a little bit of a reach. So something to kind of aim for as I'm going throughout the year. My other goals are to upload more consistently / every week. I would like to upload more than once a week. I don't know if it's possible for me to upload twice a week every single week, but there can definitely be weeks, hopefully, where I can upload more than once. But I want to be super consistent. I think I did a really good job last year. There was only like 2 or 3 weeks that I missed last year, but then during Vlogmas I uploaded like every other day. So I uploaded tons of videos last year, so that was good. But I definitely want to be consistent this year as well. I also just put challenge myself creatively because I think it's easy to fall into making the same types of videos over and over. Like for example, my plan with me's last year were very, very similar every time. So just kind of trying out new filming methods, new editing methods, kind of challenging myself a little bit more with my YouTube channel and making my videos. So that is another thing that's not really measurable, but I think I can definitely look back on the year and say, yes, I challenge myself creatively. For my nursing goals, I am a full-time nurse. This past year, I changed from bedside nursing to outpatient nursing, and I am so much happier. I really love my job and I'm super grateful. This year I want to feel more confident in my role, and I would also like to get a certification. I'm not even sure if they offer that for my specialty, but it's something I'm going to look into. And if not a certification, maybe I can take some sort of class to further my education and kind of beef up my resume. For finance, I have put money into my savings every month. I definitely want to cushion our savings a little bit more, so just putting money into there every single month and not taking anything out would be ideal, but of course things come up, so we'll see. But at least putting money in there every month so I can increase the amount that's in the savings. Another goal for finance is to find new ways to save money, because there's a lot of things in life that you just have to buy, like groceries and toiletries and things like that. So I think it's one of those things where if I'm gonna have to spend money on those things, let's find a new way to save money. Or like a lot of places have nurses discounts. Like I should not be buying stuff without verifying whether they have a nurses discount, because that's wasted money. So just finding new ways to save money so that we can, again, cushion our savings a little bit more this year. So I also included like ins and outs, which I got inspiration from that trend on TikTok, which is really, really cute. But my ins this year are cooking at home, keeping the house picked up, audiobooks, because as much as I would say I like to read, I do not like to read. But I really, really like podcasts, and I think an audiobook is like the perfect middle ground of a book and a podcast. So I want to get back into audiobooks, and then filling my home with things that bring me joy. I feel like sometimes our house is like super boring because we have still not really decorated it. We just kind of moved in. So I think just filling the house with things that bring me joy or bring us joy, have a connection to our story, things like that. For my last in, I have cozy aesthetic, because I feel like that's kind of my vibe. I am very much a homebody. As much as I don't want to be, I am very much a homebody, and I just want to lean into all the cozy vibes this year. For my outs, I have doom scrolling, which we already talked about that, eating out multiple times a week, comparing myself to others, and impulse spending. So those are my ins and outs for this year. And then for my bucket list, what would make this year great would be, they're both, I guess, travel related, but going to Flower and Garden Festival. And I would absolutely love to go. I don't know if it's gonna happen this year. So if it does, that is gonna make this year so good. And then another one is go on a fall weekend getaway, because I have been wanting to do that for years. Like either go to New York City or go to a little small town somewhere, go to Salem, something really fun and cool, but I just haven't. I've been going to Disney a lot, which is great and fine, and I love Disney. But there's also a lot of great places in Colorado to go for the weekend, rent a cabin. Those are my goals, my ins and outs, and my bucket list for 2024. So just thinking about all this makes me really excited. I think 2024 is gonna be a really good year. My psycho self loves even numbers, so 2024 in my brain is just like automatically gonna be a great year. So for my vision board, I will show a picture of what it looks like right here. I kind of included the Flower and Garden Festival, the topiaries, because I really, really, really would like to go there. Like I said, it's on my bucket list. Hopefully we can make it happen. I also included a picture of Magic Kingdom at Christmas time, because me and my family are planning on going for a weekend in December again this year, which is really exciting. And then I included like a desk setup because I want to redo my office, a vlog camera, of course, the subscriber count, of course, that was photoshopped by me, the digital planner, the scrubs, the matcha, just all of the cozy vibes too. So I think it turned out really cute, and I think the colors look really good together. So yeah, that is my vision board for 2024. So let's plan for January now. What I'll do first is go through my calendar, my monthly view, and fill it out just so I know what's happening this month. I do have a couple appointments I need to do. Unfortunately, I'm very much dreading this, but next week I have to go get Invisalign. Long story short, it's not cosmetic. My teeth are a little bit crooked, but I did have braces in middle school, and I grind my teeth really hard at night to the point where I cracked a tooth and had to get a crown. So now they're like, you need to straighten your teeth so that the pressure is applied evenly, and wear a mouth guard and all these things. So I have to get Invisalign, which I'm not looking forward to, but I do have a couple other appointments, like a dermatology appointment. I want to make sure I put all of those types of things in my calendar so I know what's going on this month. I'll also plan out, kind of do some YouTube planning so that I don't miss any more uploads, because I have taken a couple of weeks off before this video, which I really, really needed after Vlogmas, but I want to get back into uploading every week. So just do some planning with that, and then I'll make my vision board based off of what I have going on this month and how I want it to look, and then I'll set some goals. So I'm done with my January planning. I do have a spot on here for my to-do for the month, which is nice. You can kind of put those random things that you've been meaning to do and sometimes you forget about on here. So on my to-do list this month, I have order a couch for the guest room, which is also this room. It's an office / guest room. So I found a queen-sized pull-out couch that I'm really hoping is gonna fit through this doorway, but only time will tell. I did a lot of measuring. According to my measurements, it should fit. So I'm really hopeful that it does. So I actually already did that, but then I also need to adjust. I have an automatic payment that goes towards my HOA every month. So this is like boring adult stuff, but basically my bank automatically sends them a check every month for our HOA dues. Our dues went up by like $5 or $10 this year. So I need to adjust my January payment as well as all the future payments so that don't get behind on our HOA dues. So maybe I'll do that today. I also need a new windshield because I have a crack in my windshield. So definitely need to start working on that. We also want to finally finish the ceilings. And I think our tentative plan, I went and got the paint yesterday. The tentative plan is to do it next Saturday. So basically when we moved into this house, we removed a lot of the popcorn ceiling and we had to retexture the ceiling and then paint it. We painted it, the paint doesn't match, so we had to go back to the store and get a different finish. So we finally, hopefully, have the correct paint and can finish this week. So that has been on the to-do list for like 6 months. So we're finally gonna finish that. I have a subscriber goal of 3,800 subscribers, finish the ceilings, stick to my upload schedule. I originally put upload every week, but since I already missed a week last week, technically that's not uploading every week. So I said stick to my upload schedule, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos this month. And then I do want to put $250 into my savings this month and try a new dinner recipe. I got a couple cookbooks for Christmas last year. I feel like 2023 was so chaotic that we didn't have time to try any of the recipes. So we have 2 new recipe books that we can go off of. And I think I just want to try 1 new recipe this month. I'm very much hate cooking. The least amount of mental effort that I can put into cooking, I appreciate. So a lot of times I end up doing like the same recipes over and over and over because I don't have to look at the recipe. I know it off the top of my head. It's easy. It's easy to buy the ingredients. So I tend to avoid trying new recipes. So I definitely want to try a new recipe this month. And you never know what you might really end up liking and might make it into your regular rotation unless you try something new. So I definitely want to try a new recipe this month and then have a date night with my husband because we were so busy with Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything that we have not properly gone intentionally out on a date night in like a couple of months. So we should go out on a date night this month. So maybe I'll plan something and surprise him. So yeah, those are my goals for this month. I think they're pretty reasonable. Honestly, I feel like January is always a very slow month for me, which I like and appreciate. Not that I don't have appointments and things going on, but just in general, I feel like January is a great time to kind of take things really slow after the holidays and reset for a new year and get ready for a new year. So here is my vision board for January. I was having honestly trouble finding like inspiration for this vision board for some reason. I think it's because I want January to be slow and easy. So when I'm thinking about what I want my month to look like, I'm like, I don't want to do a lot. I don't want to be like super busy. After the chaos of the holidays, I'm ready for a month like that. So I feel like that's why I was having a hard time finding things for my vision board. I want my month to be very slow and easy. So I was having a hard time visualizing that, but I think it turned out good. I think it turned out very pretty looking. I think it includes all of the things that I said I wanted to do. My digital planner, cooking at home, and just kind of enjoying a slow, cozy, easy month. So I feel like my vision board does accurately show that. I was just having a hard time finding actual pictures that represent what I want my month to look like, but I think it turned out really cute. I think what I'm gonna do is set my 2024 vision board to my background on my iPad to kind of get inspiration as the month goes on. And sometimes I set my monthly vision board as my background, but this time I think I'm gonna do my 2024 vision board because I love the way it turned out. So I'm gonna set that as my background on my iPad. So that is it for my plan with me for January. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will have lots of digital plan with me's coming this year, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I hope that you have a wonderful month. I hope your January is everything that you want it to be, and I will see you in the next video.